Hey guys, it's Aaron from Aaron's Outdoor, and today I am up in a stream up here in North Georgia going after some native shoal bass. And I'm here with Austin over there from Firebird Austin. And I've got 3 different rods with me today. I've got the chop on one of them. I caught my first few choppa fish of the year earlier this week, so I think there's a good chance of me catching some topwater fish on it today. But if that doesn't work, I've got like a Texas rig and a swim bait tied on as well, so I'm sure at least one of those will work. And I'm gonna get out here and try to catch some fish. Oh, got a fish. Got a fish on the whopper plopper. What is it? I think it's a bass. All right, little bass. Shoal bass. I'll take it. On that chrome whopper plopper. I typically use the Choppo, but I don't have a chrome Choppo in this 75 size. And I wanted a size like this because they weigh a little bit more than the 90. And sometimes the propeller spins a little better than the 90 when fishing in current. So there we go. First fish of the day for me. All right, well, almost a 13-inch shoal bass there. He came right under this big waterfall. I'll let him go here. There he goes. Oh, is that a fish? That's weird. I don't know what that was. It could have been a fish. There's a fish. Finally got one. Not too bad. I've been at this spot a decent little while. Wow, he's just a fighter. He's not even that big, but he's a fighter. All right, well, it's the next day. That float really didn't turn out that great yesterday. So I'm back out on a river going for some shoal bass. This guy's pretty similar to the fish I caught yesterday. He actually might be a tiny bit smaller. He's probably like a 12-incher. On the Texas rigged trick worm. And I don't know if I've really ever caught river bass in this lure, but it's a lure I have a ton of confidence on in lakes and ponds. So I decided to try it out today and got myself a little shoaly there. All right, one last look at that beautiful little fish. He was literally the exact same size as the one I caught yesterday. He was like 12 3/4. Oh, okay. A trout just followed up the spinner bait. I've got a little crankbait with me. I could probably catch trout on that thing. There's a fish. It's probably a trout. Maybe it's a bass. I think it's a trout. It's definitely a trout. All right, well, I had a trout follow my spinner bait, so I thought I'd be able to catch one on this crankbait. He might come off. Ooh, he's barely hooked. Oh, he's so barely hooked. He's probably gonna come off. Ow, whoa, whoa, whoa. Man, I almost just got hooked. That was dangerous. He really was wiggling. Okay, well, I actually got this trout in. He was like barely hooked with one little part of the treble hook. And I think he got re-hooked somehow on the other hook. And I actually got him in. So, not really the target species, but if the bass fishing isn't super good, like I don't mind trying to catch a few of these. And it's definitely a pretty little fish still. There he goes. Oh. Oh man, that was a big trout. Wow. That was a nice sized trout. A lot bigger than the other one we caught. There's a fish, probably a trout. Ooh, it's a bass. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I just missed a nice trout a little bit downstream in this creek. It was probably at least 16 inches. I mean, that's being kind of conservative. It's a good chance it was bigger than that, but little spotted bass. I'll take it. Today's been kind of slow. I decided to kayak up this creek, and I've caught fish in here before. I mean, typically it's not as good as the river, but I don't know. I just wanted to do a little exploring today and caught myself a little spotted bass there. Well, it's definitely been a while since I've caught one, so I'm happy to get another fish. Let this little guy go. There's a fish. Seems good. I don't know what it is. I think it might be a trout. I think it's a trout. It might be a bass. It might be a bass. I think it's a shoal bass. Yeah, it's a shoal bass. Let's go. On the rooster tail. I'm on my way up, and man, it can be difficult getting back upstream. Nice little shoal bass. Hope it doesn't come off. I'll try to flip in the kayak. There we go. Wow, and he came off in the kayak. Well, there we go. I mean, I'm throwing the rooster tail now. It's kind of a good bass or trout lure. And I missed one trout on it and caught a couple of bass on it now, I guess. I honestly think sometimes the trout will eat it more, but obviously it'll catch bass too. All right, and after yesterday's float, I was pretty sure the shoal bass are spawning. And as you can tell there's a little bleeding on this guy's tail. His fin's a little bit messed up, so I think this guy was spawning. So they should be more in the shoals this time of year. That guy wasn't really in a shoal, but you know, I'll take him. There he goes. So I'm gonna go back over there. There's a fish. Finally got one on the trick worm. It's not huge, but it's a bass. Shoaly, I'm assuming. Ooh. Yeah, not a bad one. I mean, a little bigger than the two we caught earlier, I think. Man, they fight so hard even though they're not that big. And in the current too, they dig. Man, that's why shoalies are fun. Hopefully they don't come off. Oh. All right. Yeah, I think these are spawning. This one I can't really tell if its fins are too beat up. They are a little beat up. It's not bleeding, but I think these shoalies spawn in the shoals. So I took my kayak out earlier, took a break, and then I came back out here to a kind of a bigger shoal because I think they may be in this area this time of year. So took a little while. I don't have a ton of time before dark, but I did at least get one on the Texas rig trick worm. Well, I finally got the hook out of this guy. I'm using these Eagle Claw laser sharp hooks, which are actually cheaper than the hooks I usually use, I think. But a couple of these fish I've caught on it today, like, it's been really hard to get the hook out, so that might actually be a good thing. Might have to use them more. I mean, this guy was pinned super well. It was just hard to get that barb out, but there he goes. Oh, that's a fish. I didn't know if I had one. Ooh, it's a better one, I think, yeah. Oh yeah, nice one, wow. I was happy, like, I wasn't even totally paying attention. Wow. Jeez. This guy might be like a 2-pounder. It's hard to tell, but he's definitely better. I keep wanting to use my net, but oh gosh, that's not good. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. Oh man, it's tricky with this kayak. I gotta figure out a better way to like have the kayak near me. Man, these shoalies fight insanely hard. I think they might fight extra hard when they're spawning because they've been fighting like crazy today. Oh, my heart is racing. It's definitely not a bad one. I don't know if I need the net, but it wouldn't hurt. Oh. There we go. Not a bad fish. It's over 2 pounds, I think. This guy's definitely over 2 pounds. He's probably close to 18 inches. He's kind of long and skinny. I'm gonna get a quick weight on this fish, but it was a little over 18.5 inches, so this is my second biggest one of the year. It's definitely a good one. Yeah, 2 pounds, 12 ounces, so 2 3/4. That's a solid shoal bass. It's always a mess when I'm in the middle of a shoal like this and I have my kayak tied to me. But luckily I got this fish in. I was able to grab my net from my kayak and barely scoop him in there. Oh, there she goes. And that fish, I caught it like right out here in front of me. And I was really not even paying attention. But luckily I got a good hook set on her. That is a fish. Couldn't tell if it was a fish or not. Ooh. Definitely, oh. I was gonna say definitely not as big, but it's a decent one. It's not as big as the last one. I think it's in between the last two we just caught. Man, this trick worm, dude. The trick worm's a lure that, like, I mean, it is one of my favorite lures for fishing in lakes and ponds. I fish it all the time on Lake Lanier on a shaky head. But it's not a lure I've really used much in the river until now. And I think I'll be doing it more often. Oh gosh, it's another good one. Ah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, hey. Oh, come on, come off, come off. Don't come off. Oh, wow. It's hard for me to handle that fish. It's so tricky in these shoals. I almost tried just boat flipping it in the kayak. I might need to retie because my line's probably a little frayed now. That's a solid, like, 1.5 pound shoalie. Maybe bigger than that, actually. It's a good one. Man, dude, I'm gonna have to use these Eagle Claw laser sharp hooks more often. Cause like every single one of these hooks, I've had to use the pliers. Like, this is in there good. I actually bought some Gamakatsu ones today. I mean, that came out fairly easily, I guess, but they just seem to pin them super well. It's a beautiful little shoal. He's probably at 16.5, I'd guess. Let's see. Oh, he's big. Oh, no, never mind. He's 16 3/4. So I was pretty close. Really solid fish. I may weigh him real fast because I already have my scale out. I like weighing fish to get the exact weight. He's probably about 2 pounds. Let's see. 2.5, wow. Another really solid shoalie. Another beautiful fish, man. You know, when I come out here, I don't always know if I'm gonna catch them. Every day is different, but I think we finally figured him out on my 3rd time on a river out here. Let's see. There she goes. Oh. Got one. He bit it a few times. Okay, this guy's a small one. Whoa. Oh, is that a trout? A trout on a trick worm? Are you kidding me? What in the world? That is a first. A trout on a Texas rigged trick worm. All right, hopefully this guy's okay. He was kind of hooked bad. Oh. Oh gosh. I maybe should have just taken him to try to eat him. But he's not gonna go to waste, so something will eat him. Well, as you can tell, it is about to get dark here. I gotta head back to where I put in. But man, I'm really glad that I came back out here for a 3rd time. You know, yesterday, just caught one fish. Earlier today, just had a few random catches. Didn't really figure anything out. But tonight, this last hour and a half of fishing, I really feel like I kind of figured them out. I mean, I only caught 3, but I caught all 3 of them in the exact same way. And I caught a trout. That was really random on a Texas rig. Like, that was kind of crazy. But I'm gonna have to come back out here soon because, I mean, all 3 of the shoal bass I caught tonight were solid shoal bass, especially that 18.5 incher. And that's only like 1.5 inches away from an angler award. So not too far off there, but I really hope I can catch a 20 incher this year. That's a angler award for Georgia. That is definitely one of my goals for the year. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. But I'll catch y'all on the next video. Thanks for watching.